Northside Manner. I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
So let's get right into it. It's been an exciting week of Cubs baseball. Time for game recaps. The Diamondback series last Friday, they did have their first loss 2-3. Saturday, they won 4-2. Chris Bryant and Ben Zobrist both with RBI doubles. Sunday, they won 7-3. Jake Arrieta and Jorge Soler homered. And then we go into the Red Series. Monday, they won 5-3. Addison Russell with a 3-run home run. Wednesday, they won 9-2. Chris Bryant homered. And Thursday, yesterday, they won 8-3. Chris Bryant homered and Jason Hamill doubled, and we were at the game, so it was pretty exciting. Now we're going to preview the weekend against the Colorado Rockies. Today, Friday, it's Chad Bettis, who is 1-0, versus Kyle Hendricks, who is 1-0, and that game is going on right now, so we will recap that game next week. Tomorrow, Saturday, it's Christian Bergman, who is 0-1, versus Jake Arrieta, who is 2-0. And then Sunday, it's Tyler Chatwood, who is 1-1, versus John Lester, who is 1-0. Now it's time for Cubs news. As we already know, Kyle Schwarber is out for the year. He tore his ACL and LCL ligaments and sprained his left ankle after he collided with Dexter Fowler. He received a standing ovation Monday night when he joined his teammates on the field for pregame introductions, using one crutch to go from the dugout to home plate. In other Cubs news, the Cubs have a brand new clubhouse. The 30,000 square foot area includes an expanded locker room, strength and conditioning center, training areas, offices, and a lounge, as well as a media center. Players will walk through a tunnel from the dugout to the new facilities located outside the ballpark and under the triangle area, which eventually will be home to an open-air plaza and an office building. The area had been the red and purple parking lots. The crumpled old clubhouse and facilities were about 11,000 square feet and were all located under the seats near the dugout. Not all work on player facilities will be done this season. Only one of the Cubs batting tunnels under the stadium will be done, and a future 200-seat auditorium the team and officials can use is yet to be completed. The visiting team facilities along the first base side will remain the same as last year until work is completed in later phases. And breaking news today, Javier Baez was activated off the 15-day DL, and Minoru Kawasaki was optioned to the Iowa Cubs. Last week, we asked you guys on Twitter what we should talk about on this week's edition of Northside Inside, and 78% of you picked Cubs offense power, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Dexter Fowler, leadoff man. Joe Madden says, when you go, we go, which is very true. Dexter Fowler's on-base percentage is ridiculous.
His batting average is ridiculous as well.
He gets on base somehow, some way, and he's a great asset to the team and a great leadoff man. Then you go to Jason Hayward, struggling right now as a Cub, but he's young.
Yeah, he's bringing in those runs.
Yes, 10 or 11 RBI so far this season. Ties with Anthony Rizzo, and just he sees the ball so well.
And also Ben Zobrist is getting on base or bringing in runs.
Somehow.
Yeah, somehow sac flies, an out, but at least he's getting those runs and advancing the runner to second or third.
And then that goes with Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant. They both are struggling with strikeouts right now. But they get walked, they advance runners, and they're both decently fast. So stolen bases are going to be a lot this year for them. And then after that, you can fill in the mix, Miguel Montero, David Ross, La Stella, Caesar, Soler, whoever else you want to throw into that mix, they all get on base somehow. Soler's got a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
He just can't effectively use it yet.
Yeah.
He's just got to tweak some things, and he will be a star. He is a star.
Yeah. He's working on it, though. You can tell that he is. But with Wednesday night, the whole lineup got on base. So that was pretty awesome to see. And we saw yesterday's game, Jason Hamill with a double.
These pitchers, I think my favorite thing is hashtag pitchers who rake. Jake Arrieta hitting a home run.
Yeah.
John Lackey getting on base. John Lester, but he gets walked.
I think just bringing in those runs, that's all that matters in the end. Even if you make an out, if you're advancing the runner or bringing in a run, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Just bring them home. But I also want to talk about how the Cubs are being smarter. You see Anthony Rizzo or Chris Bryant, they're turning, 0-2s to a full count.
Exactly, and then getting walked or hitting an RBI single.
And you didn't see that a lot last year. You saw like a lot of them striking out. So I just want to say that their bats are smarter this season.
Very, very, and that goes with Joe Madden being in his second year. He's gonna get to the nitty-gritty details and tweak something in their mind. Be like, hey, you're a powerhouse hitter. Don't always hit. You know, get a walk.
Yeah. Be
Get
smart
hit.
about
Be
it.
smart.
Don't swing the bat if you don't have to.
Exactly. And that's it for this week's edition of Northside Inside. We will post another Twitter poll up this week, so go vote and let us know what you guys want us to talk about. For this week's Around the League news, Bryce Harper has hit his 100th career home run, but it's not Bryce Harper unless it's a grand slam. That's how he got his 100th career home run. Very sad news coming out of Minnesota and Atlanta. If you're a Twins or a Braves fan, your team hasn't won a game yet this season. Very, very sad news.
Now it's time for this week's edition of Player of the Week. I am going to give the honors to Chris Bryant.
Why?
Just look at his home runs, back-to-back games. Just being smarter with his bat, as I mentioned before, Northside Inside. He's changing those 0-2 counts to full counts, getting walked, getting RBIs, or hitting a home run, which is even better. How do you feel about him?
Good. I like it. He strikes out quite a bit, but he's going to turn it around. He'll be an all-star again this year. I mean, he's a stud. He really is.
He's very fun to watch, so that's why I have to give this week's honor to Chris Bryant.
Bonds to today. The Diamondbacks. Coghlan runs on the 3-2 and a fly ball hit to deep left. Bradley looks up. That ball is gone. A home run.
But you have this week's home run of the week.
I do, and I thought I would stump you Twitter fans out there. I put Addison Russell's 3-run home run and Jake Arrieta's home run on there, and with no doubt, I thought you guys would have picked Jake Arrieta's home run, but I was wrong. Addison Russell's home run against the Reds Monday won by receiving 76% of the vote.
Addison Russell, the batter, and a high fly ball, deep left field, that is gone. Cubs lead 5.
And again, I have to say that home run of the week is not just for Cubs players. So 2 weeks in a row that it's been a Cubs player receiving.
Too bad we didn't get to put Bryce Harper's home run in the poll. That probably might have won.
But
people are biased.
Exactly.
I get it.
So next week, look for that poll again and vote on who you think is deserving of home run of the week. And very exciting news, which you guys already know. We are sponsored by Bygone Brand, based out of Rockford, Illinois. And you have to get a t-shirt. You have to. No doubt about it. They are very comfortable. They are very cool looking, retro styled. And I think it's safe to say that I made my dad pretty jealous with the shirt that I got. So.
And we're not just saying that because we both received shirts for them.
Yes, and they are very comfortable. They're cheap. Good products, and you guys definitely need to go check out Bygone Brand, and they have some really, really cool shirts. Yeah. Go check them out, get one for yourselves, and don't forget to use our promo code Northside Manner, all caps, to get 10% off your entire order.
And make sure to send in your questions for Connor. We're going to do a little mailbag again. His first one was really good. I like the questions you guys send in and his answers. So make sure if you have any Cubs questions, doesn't matter the topic, send them in to us via Twitter, Facebook, whatever you gotta do, and just let us know and we'll get them into Connor, and then he'll answer your questions.
Yes. So it's a very exciting full week of baseball for us as Cubs fans and for us as broadcasters. So thank you very much for tuning into this week's episode of Northside Manner.
Make sure you check out all the Cubs games this weekend. They're day games, so that's pretty exciting, and it's sunny and beautiful this weekend at Wrigley Field.
Don't forget to check out Bygone Brand. Please go get something. Tell them Northside Manner sent you. Greatly appreciated. I'm Michael,
I'm Gabriella.
and go Cubs.